In an ancient kingdom veiled beneath a restless, storm-churned sky, a decree echoed across the land with the weight of absolute authority. Trumpets blared like thunder, summoning every soul nobles, soldiers, merchants, and wanderers alike to the great plain. There, rising from the earth, like a monument to pride itself, stood a towering image of gold, gleaming with an unnatural brilliance. It was not merely a statue, it was a command, a test, a demand for unquestioned allegiance. At the sound of music, all were to bow. And they did. Like waves collapsing beneath an invisible force, the crowd fell to their knees. Fear hung thick in the air, heavier than the gathering storm. But not all bend. Amid the sea of bowed figures stood 3 men: Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Still, upright, unyielding. The wind howled around them, tugging at their garments, yet their gaze did not falter. Their stance was one of unwavering conviction. Whispers rippled through the crowd like sparks. They refuse. They will die. Why would they risk everything? High above, seated upon his throne, the king watched. At first, disbelief flickered across his face. Then came realization. And with it rage. His expression twisted, pride wounded by the audacity of 3 men. With a voice sharpened by fury, he commanded their immediate arrest. Dragged before the throne, the 3 men stood once more bound, but not broken. The king leaned forward, his voice low and dangerous. Is it true that you do not serve my gods? That you will not bow? Silence followed. Not the silence of fear, but of certainty. Their answer was calm, resolute, and immovable. They did not need rescue to believe. They did not need proof to stand. And even if deliverance did not come, they would not bow. The king's fury ignited beyond restraint. Heat the furnace, he roared. 7 times hotter. The great furnace awoke into something monstrous. Its mouth glowed with an intensity that bent the air itself, distorting everything around it. Fire roared like a living entity, its tendrils clawing upward in hues of blazing orange and violent blue. Bound tightly, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were seized and marched toward the inferno. Each step closer caused the air to burn. Then, without ceremony, without hesitations, they were cast in. Time seemed to fracture as their forms disappeared into the blazing heart. A shockwave of heat erupted outward, so fierce that the very soldiers who carried them were consumed instantly. Surely, nothing could survive within it. But then, something shifted. Inside the inferno, where chaos should reign, a strange and impossible calm began to take shape. And within that fire, they stood, unbound, unharmed, walking. Their garments remain untouched, not even the edges singed. Their faces are illuminated by peace, a stillness so profound it silences the roar. But they are not alone. There is a 4th figure, radiant, untouchable, otherworldly. His presence transforms the inferno into something sacred. Light emanates from him, commanding the flames themselves. They bow to him. The fire no longer consumes. It submits. Outside, the king rises abruptly from his throne. His eyes widen. What is this? He demands, his voice trembling. Did we not throw 3 men into the fire? Yes, my king. But I see 4, and the 4th is like a son of the divine. The fire begins to recede, collapsing inward as though its purpose has been fulfilled. The raging inferno softens into glowing embers. Then, the impossible happens. The 3 men step out, alive, whole, untouched. The crowd recoils in awe. Not a single thread of their clothing is burned. Not even the scent of smoke clings to them. Above them, the storm begins to break. Dark clouds part as light pierces through, cascading down in a blinding divine rain. The golden statue, once imposing, now appears small and significant in the presence of this overwhelming truth. For on that day, in the heart of fire, something eternal was revealed. A faith that does not bow, a power that cannot be consumed, a presence that walks with those who stand firm. Follow Ibidee Scriptales on YouTube for more cinematic Bible stories, one inspired story at a time.